Hey, I'm Melissa.
And I'm Jesse. And this is the Reimagine Success Podcast. We're a husband and wife team who want to make a difference.
Keeping up with the Joneses can be exhausting, and we can often lose sight of what we are accomplishing.
We're here to reimagine success and to celebrate the steps it takes us to get there.
Big or small, we want to showcase success stories that will inspire, motivate, and help propel you towards greatness in your own life.
So come reimagine success with us, and let's go on this journey together.
This week's episode brought to you by Deadly Crimson. Crimson is an action-packed comic book series that will keep you gripping the edge of your seat. Deadly Crimson is a story about a scientist turned assassin who must choose her path and seal her destiny. Find out if she has what it takes to overcome the most criminal masterminds in the universe. Issue 2, now available on Kickstarter. To purchase or find out more, head to www.deadlycrimson.com. Instagram and Facebook at Deadly Crimson. Email crimsonisdeadly@gmail.com. Welcome back to Reimagine Live, episode 25 here at Comicon.
Yeah, we're here in Greenville, South Carolina with the SC Comicon, and man, has it been a great weekend.
We have been here for 2 amazing days, and let me tell you, we have talked to everyone. It has been such an inspirational and motivational event for us.
Yeah, it's been really cool because we've got to see a lot of people who are interested in starting dreams, and Melissa's really got to talk to them and encourage them about their dreams because she's here in her crimson costume. I'm sure you've seen it on our Instagram stories, and it's just been going really, really awesome.
You know, the one thing that's been so inspiring for me is people actually looking for my booth and looking for me and looking for Deadly Crimson. It's been so exciting to share my success and my journey and everything that I've gone through with Deadly Crimson with all of the fans and the people who actually love and read the comic books, and not only the comic books, but that are going to watch the movie and watch the TV show. So I'm just over the moon. I mean, I just can't thank you guys if you're watching or if you're listening. I just can't thank you guys enough for being here.
Yeah, it's been surreal watching it unfold and seeing the smiles on people's faces as they hear about the comic book and everything that's coming. So if you haven't checked it out, make sure you jump on any social media platform, look up Deadly Crimson, and look up the Kickstarter. It's going for a couple more days, and then pre-order that issue 2, get issue 1. See what else is going on in the Deadly Crimson world, because there's a lot.
Oh, and you can also be a character. So you can actually be a character in issue 3. And issue 3 is so exciting because now I have a writing team, an editorial team. I have artists all over the world that's going to be working on issue 3. And here we're live at Comicon. We're actually going to go around and we're going to talk to some of our awesome people that we're working with and that are here at the con. All right, so I have made it to my first booth, and I am looking at just a fantastic comic book, and I'm here with the creator and writer himself.
Hi, I'm Christian Herrera. I'm the writer and creator of Sidekick for Hire. I've been doing this since 2019. Been having a lot of fun doing it. It's a passion of mine. I think more people should read comics. Mm-hmm. Feel free to check out my stuff on ChristianHerrera.com, or even at my Twitter, YesThatChristian, or Instagram, YesThatChristian as well.
Awesome. Now, what was the inspiration behind your book?
Honestly, being broke in college, that helped me, and I really badly wanted to be a superhero, and I was like, I can't afford it, so why not try to do something where people get hired as by other superheroes? Just fun stuff like that.
I love it. I love it. Now, I know that this is like your 80th con, and you are a pro. You have 4 books out. 5, I take it?
5, yeah.
5. He has 5 books out. And I have been learning from him, I'm telling you, all weekend. So it's just get out there, support each other, support creatives, and always network and grow your family, because now he's part of the family.
Yeah, exactly. Feel free to reach out. The community is so loving. You guys are awesome too. I've learned things from you, vice versa. It's just nice to share and go back and forth. It's wonderful. So everyone's out here to help each other.
Awesome.
And we're going to have Christian back on the podcast for a much more in-depth interview where you're going to hear his whole story and find out more about him and his work. So thanks, Christian, for your time talking to us today.
Oh, thank you guys so much. It's been awesome. I'm glad to hang out with you guys anytime.
All right, we are here at our next booth. I am looking at some beautiful wands, crystals. What is going on, and who are you?
Hey, so my name's Ray. I'm one of the owners of Faywalk's Wand Company. So we do handmade wands. They're all custom made. We don't make duplicates, and yeah, they're all tailored to the individual, and they're all made out of real wood. We don't use hot glue or plastic, and we don't use lathes, so we whittle. We spend a lot of time with them.
And they are very impressive. These things are beautiful and such ornate, intricate designs. I've never seen anything like it. We were actually next to them last year at Comicon here in Greenville, and we were just really connected with them. Yes. Great people with great energy. So we wanted to include them in the podcast this year. So where's your next stop? Where can people find you, and how can they get some wands if they're into that sort of thing?
Yeah, so I guess our next stop is going to be in Asheville at the Asheville Comicon, May 21st. So yeah, people can check us out there. We'll also be at a few Ren fairs later in the year, sorry. And yeah, so that's what we have planned right now.
And what's your website?
So we have an Instagram. Our Instagram is just Faywalks. It's spelled Faewalks. Very simple.
Yep.
But yeah, you can see my beautiful smiling face on there. That's how you know.
Awesome. Well, please check out her wands. They are beautiful, like Jesse said. And we are so glad to have you on our little mini live Comicon podcast.
Oh, thanks so much. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. All right, I have found another awesome booth. Matthew Manning is a writer, and man, his stuff looks incredible. Matthew, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I write. I've written about 96 books now, and a couple dozen comic books. So, write everything from picture books for kids to like these massive $50 hardcovers. And yeah, some of my probably the one I'm most known for is the Batman Turtles crossover, Batman Turtles Adventures.
Oh wow! So you're getting like all the best characters and just putting them together.
Yeah, that's always been it's my favorite comic that I've written so far, just because it's taking your childhood toys and knocking them together, and getting paid for it. So that's pretty great.
That's amazing. Now, where's your next stop on the Comicon tour?
Actually, I'm doing I'm doing one for a full month, but every weekend. I can't remember what the first one is, but we're doing I'm doing Tidewater soon at Virginia Beach in a couple weeks when that is. And we're doing a little show in Hickory, a show in Western North Carolina, the Asheville show, and then I'm doing the Free Comic Book Day at Comic Envy at Asheville as well.
All right, so one more question I have for you. What advice would you give to those writers or the artists that are trying to get into the industry and they're a little bit fear-based or they're a little bit scared? What advice would you give them?
I think just the best advice is just to make comics, just do it on your own. And right now, there's a lot of avenues that weren't available when I was starting out, like web comics, and it's a lot less expensive for a new creator instead of having to print up like 1,000 or 2,000 copies. So just make your own comics, get your web comic out, get your ideas out there, and then direct people to it. Get cards that has links to it, and just get started essentially.
Awesome. And where can they find your work at? Do you have a website?
Yeah, I'm at MatthewKManning.com. And I'm also on Twitter under the same name. So.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Matthew. We appreciate your time, and I hope you have a great rest of your con. All right, we are at our next booth. So our next guest is
Lion Art 18.
All right, Lion Art 18. He has got some amazing artwork, and it just looks absolutely fantastic.
Oh yeah, like everything I see, your colors just really pop, and your backgrounds that you put behind your characters make your characters really pop. I mean, I see stuff that our kids would love. I see stuff that I love. So tell me about your inspiration. How did you get into drawing?
So it started with Spider-Man. And then as I got older, Cartoon Network, Dragon Ball Z was the first real cartoon, real anime that I ever got into, like the Toonami, because it was Sailor Moon, then the Yu Yu Hakusho, and changed throughout the years, but Dragon Ball Z was always the same.
Yeah.
And I loved the art style, and I loved the story. And when you were young, you're like, all right, well, I want Goku in my room, but I can't buy a poster because I don't have a job. So I have to draw Goku to get him in my room. And it was just one thing after another. So it really, started as I wanted posters in my room, but I couldn't afford them. So I had to draw them to get them there,
Right.
That's so cool. And do you have any formal training, or do you teach yourself how to draw all this?
I took high school art classes and stuff, but it all started just looking at pictures and, printing them off the internet when we finally got internet in the 6th grade, printing those out and then just copying them. So, I felt like I could practice that way. But no formal training, no lessons, no nothing like that. Just asking other artists questions like, hey, how do you shade this? How do you draw this? And them sitting down and working with me and showing me, some of the tricks of the trade.
Yes, that's so true. And it's so important for all of us as creators. I'm a writer, you're an artist, and we bring different things to everything. Right. And it's so cool how all of us support each other, and we all have this amazing dynamic. So I just want to thank you for putting your work out there, for letting go of your fear and doing it, and never give up. Just keep going.
Thank you so much.
And where can our listeners find you at?
I have an Instagram. It's LionArt18. It's the name of our production, if you will. But yeah, if you go to Instagram, LionArt18, you'll see all my stuff. Anything I draw new, I post. If I'm working on a commission for somebody, I give them a shout out thanking me for the opportunity, and then I post that commission. A lot of the times here more recently, we're going to start doing some surveys and stuff like, hey, what would you want to see next? Like, if you could put two characters together and fuse them together, again, a Dragon Ball Z reference, let's do the fusion dance, who would it be? And it can be from anywhere or anybody. But yeah, Instagram's my main place right now, but hopefully in the future we can maybe expand that a little bit.
That's awesome.
That's so cool. And so our podcast is called Reimagine Success, and we always like to celebrate people's successes. What's something that recently that you've had really good success in that you'd like to share with our listeners that you just want to celebrate, big or small, it doesn't matter?
The fact that I'm here. This was the dream. Me and my best friend, we're doing this in elementary school. We've been friends for 23 years, and he would come up with an idea. I would draw it, and we would draw it, and we'd be like, "Oh, this is so cool!" And we tried to sell it in elementary school, and it never worked. So this has been the dream ever since I can remember. So the fact that I'm here at South Carolina Comicon, this is it. This is where it starts.
That's so cool.
That's
We'd
so
love
true.
to hear those kind of stories.
I love, and definitely want all of our listeners and ourselves, we're going to follow your journey. And, we'll definitely be reaching out and keeping in touch with you.
Ooh, thank y'all so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks for being on.
All right, so I found another really awesome, cute booth, and I have two amazing ladies here they're actually coming up with their own work, and one of them is actually their first Comic-Con, so I want them to introduce themselves.
Hi, my art name is Bastion Falk. I started doing this semi-professionally, maybe 5 years ago. That's
Awesome.
And what do you do?
I mostly do illustration. That's it. I'm Katie Ferguson. This is my first ever convention selling art.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, no, it's been amazing. It's been such a wonderful experience. Everyone's been so supportive and sweet. I do a lot of digital art and illustrations. I do a lot of fan art. I love video games and stuff. So.
Okay.
I'm looking at some of this right now, and it looks like you've got some rappers mixed with some anime characters.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
Oh yeah, so I had this idea. I think it would be so funny if my favorite artists, especially rappers, were Pokemon gym leaders. So this is them as gym leaders with their main Pokemon. So got Snoop Dogg and Spragato, the newest starter, and Childish Gambino and Hitmonlee. It's a lot of fun stuff.
That's so cool.
And I also see stickers over here. I see buttons. I see artwork.
Tarot cards.
There is so much at this booth. Now, how many cons have you actually been to?
As a seller, I have maybe six.
Wow.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't know how many as just a fan. I've been to many as a fan.
So our podcast is all about celebrating success and, realizing that everybody's success is different. And we just want to celebrate everybody's success. So what's something that you want to celebrate as a recent success, big or small, for yourself?
I think the biggest thing for me is just I'm proud of myself for putting myself out there and doing this. It's really scary. So like the fact that I even came and just have a small sampling, it's like I'm proud of myself. That's cool.
Yeah. No, you know, we celebrate all successes, and fear is one of the biggest things that stops you in life. So it's so important that you do it and you keep going and you keep pushing. And if you love it, you truly love it, and it makes you happy, then just keep going and get bigger and bigger and bigger.
And would you like to share a success with us as well?
Yeah. Well, this year specifically, I'm trying to work on a tarot deck, and I designed all 22 of the major arcana of it myself. And I have a working backstory that I've been doing with it. And it's the first time that I've brought a good portion of my original art to a convention rather than just fan art. And the reception's been really great, and it's just very encouraging.
That's so wonderful. Now, tell our listeners where they can actually find you guys. Website, social media.
Yeah, so I am like really exclusively on Instagram right now. I'm working on setting up a Patreon, but my Instagram handle is my art name, which is Bastion Falk.
Okay.
And that's BASTIANFAULK.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can also find me on Instagram right now. My Instagram handle is just KT, so it's just _ and then KAYTEA.
Perfect.
Well, ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you
we really
so
appreciate your
much.
time. Your art is amazing, and we're so excited to see great talent like you here at Comicon.
Wow, I am just so impressed with the amount of talent that's here at Comicon in South Carolina this year. I mean, Jesse, like, I look around this place and it is just full of just people walking around in cosplay, creators, writers, just everyone out there just making their name heard, and it's just so beautiful to me.
I know, even the fans put so much time and effort into creating their costumes. It's wild, you know, the ability that these people have to create. We wanted to interview so many more people here, but it was so busy all day, every day. We're nonstop, and so
we were really nonstop. Like, I honestly wanted to do so much more with this podcast this week, but you know, the outpouring of support and fans, and we actually already sold a couple of issues of issue 3. So it's just been such an amazing Comic-Con, an amazing convention, and I've been so blessed to meet all of the people that follow Deadly Crimson, and you guys are all creators, and you create whatever you need in your world, in your life, to create your vision and to create yourself success and happiness. And remember, success is whatever it looks like for you. Happiness is what success looks like for a lot of people, and that's okay for you to be happy, and that is your success. So until next time,
this is a Creative Global Entertainment production.
did you get motivated? Do you feel inspired?
Don't worry about keeping up with the Joneses anymore, and don't forget to celebrate your successes every single day. Thank you for taking this journey with us.
Follow us at Facebook and Instagram at Reimagine Success Pod. Email us at reimaginesuccesspod@gmail.com and let us know what your successes are.
New episodes every Thursday at reimaginesuccesspod.com.
So let's change our mindsets and reimagine success.